Editor's note: the following contains spoilers for Thor: Love and Thunder. One of the greatest parts of storytelling is the way protagonists and antagonists can mirror each other. After all, the same idea, the same feeling, can take root in a person in a variety of ways. Motivations and experiences, even when so similar, can be held and interpreted so differently from character to character. This is why characters who have similar struggles can often turn out opposite of each other, and this comparison of belief, motivation, and experience provides conflict and complexity to a story. Thor: Love and Thunder uses the concept of paralleling characters extremely well by making Jane, Natalie Portman, and Gorr, Christian Bale, two sides of the same coin, right down to their weapons. Their weapons call to them for similar reasons, their motivations for wielding them are almost identical, and the price they pay offers the same permanence. It's also interesting to see Jane get this parallel instead of Thor, Chris Hemsworth, but even this makes sense in the end as this becomes a connection for Thor to understand Gorr. Collider video of the day for Gorr: the Necrosword calls to him after he has been ridiculed and abandoned by Rapu, Johnny Bra, the god he had sacrificed so much for. He has lost his daughter, India Rose Hemsworth, in his plight to appease him, only to be told that nothing will await him in the afterlife, and from his bitterness and anger, the sword comes to him. This is the start of his revenge against the gods that have slighted the worlds they're supposed to serve using any means necessary. For Jane, Mjolnir beckons her after she begins to lose hope of recovery from her stage 4 cancer. She's led a life of fulfilling research, but her research can do nothing to help her battle her illness, and she is forced to simply wait as she grows sicker. Mjolnir calls for her to wield it at that moment, providing her the great health, strength, and power she desires as she starts her journey as a hero. This is the start of a revenge story for her as well. Instead of revenge on others, she is taking revenge on her own body, which she feels has betrayed her. Revenge, as a motivation, is flexible and vast in terms of meaning. Love and Thunder does a great job of playing with the idea of revenge from the angles of not only one person versus another, but also a person against themselves, and a person against the universe. Jane's struggle with revenge is more personal, person versus themself, as she tries to use Mjolnir as a way to get back at her body, her illness, and her own feelings of uselessness and impending doom. Gorr's, though, is very much a person versus person struggle. He wants revenge on all the gods for what they've done not only to him but to all of their believers. However, Jane and Gorr both experience the person versus the universe struggle. They they both have something to be angry at the universe for: the death of loved ones, the failing of the body, the pain of feeling helpless. This is ultimately why their weapons choose them. However, the ways their weapons use them are quite different. The Necrosword seeks to make the emotions within Gorr more devastating. It wants to drive him mad with his own desire for violence and revenge. The ultimate goal of the Necrosword is to see its wielder's demise. Mjolnir, however, seeks to calm Jane's anxieties. Mjolnir made a promise to Thor to keep her safe and protect her. More than anything, Mjolnir tries to keep her alive as long as possible to fulfill her desire of being a hero. Despite the reasons why their weapons choose them, they have different reasons for calling to them in the first place. In the end, though, their fates are the same. Using the weapons takes a toll on both of them, mentally and physically. For Gorr, his mind is slowly lost to his own darkness. For Jane, her body can't handle Mjolnir's power, and using it makes her body unable to battle her cancer. In the end, they each pay the ultimate price and die. However, they both find peace with this. Their deaths ensure a new life as they let go of the desperation for the revenge they wanted. Both Jane and Gorr's stories intertwine to tell a cautionary tale: revenge isn't worth it. Revenge takes a mighty toll on a person in every way, and it doesn't save a person in the end or make them feel better. It destroys. It's interesting to see these parallels drawn between Jane and Gorr, leaving our titular character out of that plot, but, then again, Jane is a Thor. However, Thor being an observer of Jane and Gorr's plights with their weapons is essential to his growth. His connection with Mjolnir and Jane helps him in understanding how to get through to Gorr. He decides Gorr doesn't need to be destroyed with violence. He needs to be reminded of the love that still resides somewhere in his heart and the promise that what he's looking for will come. It's also these parallels that tell a story that helps continue to build Thor as a character as he learns to live with his reminders of both Jane and Gorr. The return of Mjolnir and the introduction of the Necrosword happen similarly as they seek out wielders worthy of their power. Though they both have different definitions of worth, Mjolnir's is strength and good, while the Necrosword's is turbulence and darkness. They both choose individuals seeking revenge. And in the end, they both die, destroyed by their revenge quests, as they manage to find a renewed sense of love. This paralleled struggle gives Thor, Love and Thunder an edge in its storytelling, and an impressive depth to its plot that helps round the film into one of Marvel's best yet. Check out more mighty stories about Thor, Love and Thunder. Every damn spoiler for Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder, all the Easter eggs you might have missed. Thor, Love and Thunder post-credits scene explained, what comes after death in the movie. Why my mom is going to love Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder, Guns N' Roses' influence on the god of thunder.